Following the live session, we will now cover the different programs at Brunel University. So first off, let's start off with the medicine program. As you know, medicine is very popular in the UAE, especially among at the undergrad level with high school students.
Mhm.
So can you describe us the overview, what specific requirements are needed just in general, and what's the advice you can give out to the aspiring applicants wishing to study medicine?
Sure. So, medicine is a new program that we started to offer since last year. So, September 2022 was our very first intake for medicine. We are exclusively international, so we don't recruit any home students onto our medicine program, and this obviously increases the chances of an international student getting a place. In terms of requirements, we don't accept foundations. Students who are looking to join us will have to have done A levels or equivalents and join directly. Nor do we offer a foundation route. So we don't have a foundation program, nor do we accept foundation courses. In terms of requirements, we look for a equivalent of AAB as a minimum. So that's what we look for, including either two sciences and another subject, or a maths and science, preferably two sciences and maths. That would be the preference. We also look for a UCAT grade. So although UCAT isn't a requirement, it's preferred. So students who have UCAT grades are preferred over those who don't. And then finally, the final kind of assessment criteria you could say is the MMIs, the multiple mini interviews that are conducted online. So they're the three kind of things that we look for mainly. Medicine program is 5 years in duration. So it's an MBBS. That's the only medicine program that we offer. It's a Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Science, of Surgery. The fees are about £48,000 per year. Yeah, so that's kind of the general kind of gist of the admissions process and the interviews online, application online. Actually, one final thing is the application process. Students can apply directly or via UCAS. So if they've already have their 5 UCAS selections, they can also apply directly separately through SI UK.
Okay, and what advice would you give to the applicants wishing to submit their application? So would it require an excellent personal statement, maybe extracurricular activities, apart from high grades? So your thoughts?
So, I mean, medicine generally in the UK, I know the demand is very, very high. It's very, very competitive, as you can imagine. So I would recommend students submitting a complete application. So a very, very well thought out personal statement as well as if they've done any extracurricular activities, to include that within their profile, so it can be considered. Submitting an application early always helps as well. The earlier the better, so we can really take time to consider the student and the application. So yes, personal statements are vitally, vitally important, particularly for medicine students.
All right, so let's now move on to another hot topic, artificial intelligence, AI. As you know, it's a phenomenon nowadays with ChatGPT and advancements in the AI field. So can you tell us more about the AI and computer science programs?
Sure. So unfortunately, we don't have a standalone AI program, but we do have a computer science with artificial intelligence programs. Interestingly, and probably not surprisingly, this is one of the programs to close the earliest at Brunel, and I think at most universities as well. So students who are interested in this program, I'd highly, highly recommend they apply as soon as they can, so they don't miss out. Like I said, it's one of our most popular programs at the university. Closes very, very early, and we hit the cap quite early in the cycle. So any students who are interested in artificial intelligence, it's definitely an up and coming area. It's a growth area that we see, particularly in the UK. Many students are looking to study this particular program. 3-year course, we do offer work placements on this program as well. So as I mentioned in the live session we done earlier, we do offer work placements on all of our undergraduate programs, and this includes the computer science with AI course. In terms of entry requirements for this program, it's 3 Bs at A level or equivalent. So dependent on the qualification the student's doing, for example, US diploma, Indian CBSE, A levels, IB, we accept them all. If students done Thanawiyya, they would have to go through the foundation route. But aside from that, they can come directly.
Right. So what about the engineering program, especially mechanical engineering?
So I'm not sure if you know or not, but Adnan, we are most known for our engineering program. So Brunel is actually named after an engineer from the Industrial Revolution in the UK, Isambard Kingdom Brunel, and he was named the second most influential Briton of all time after Winston Churchill. So we are an engineering institution. We are most known for our engineering programs, and these are our highest rated courses. So we do offer programs in mechanical engineering, as you said. We also have aerospace engineering, electronic engineering, chemical engineering, as well as others. They've slipped my mind, but we have so many engineering programs at Brunel. So any engineering related queries that you may have, most likely we have the course available at the university. And they come in two forms. So we have the BEng, which is the Bachelor of Engineering, and we also have the MEng, which is the Integrated Masters. MEng requirements will be slightly higher, and it adds obviously a year to the study duration. Again, all programs come with work placements. Students are guaranteed accommodation, just like every other program. So yeah, to summarize, our mechanical engineering programs or engineering programs generally at the university are our highest ranked programs. And that's where we kind of see most of our demand.
And coming to design, so do you specialize in fashion designing, interior design, architecture? So can you tell us a bit?
So unfortunately, we don't. So these are some of the few programs that we don't have. So the ones you mentioned, interior design, unfortunately, we don't do. You mentioned the fashion design, again, unfortunately, we don't do. And the architecture, again, we don't do, unfortunately. We do have some programs in the field of design. So for example, industrial design, we have product design program as well. And we have a design and branding course at postgraduate level. So we do have some programs in design, but you could say our focus or our strength is in the field of engineering, and then the few design programs that we do offer.
And what about the business side? So let's go to the business courses.
Sure. I mean, again, in terms of variety, we have a lot between undergrad and master's level, as well as PhD even. So we offer the kind of the traditional business, international business, marketing, social media marketing. The list goes on really. So generally, maybe I should have said at the start, we have three main colleges. We have a College of Business Arts and Social Sciences, which is everything business. We have a law department, our education department as well as our sociology, history, military history, and so on. We then have our second college, which is our College of Engineering, Design, and Physical Sciences. As I mentioned, things like computer science, engineering, the few design programs that we have, mathematics, and so on. And then finally, we have our College of Health and Life Sciences and Medicine. So this is things like physiotherapy, occupational therapy, sports and health sciences, as well as the medical school. So they're the kind of the three main schools that we have. And within them, there are many, many programs that we offer.
And let's talk about scholarships. So for the UAE clients wishing to go to Brunel University, so can you tell us a little bit more about the scholarships on offer?
Sure. So, I mean, the main scholarship that we have, this is now closed for the September intake, but will open shortly for the January intake, is our International Academic Excellence Award. So this essentially is a £6,000 tuition fee waiver per year of study for international students. They're limited in numbers, so obviously we can't guarantee it to everyone, but there are a set number allocated worldwide and then specifically for the Middle East region. So this has a specific application for it that students can find on our website, and I can post a link with SI UK and they can share that with you. So the main requirement is you have to be an offer holder. As long as you hold an offer for our programs at either undergrad or master's level, then you can be considered for this scholarship. Students are identified or selected based on their grades primarily. It's based on, so primarily it's based on grades, and then other things come into play like your personal statement, your kind of previous experiences, and so on. But the main criteria is the grades.
And can you tell us about the networking opportunities? So what could students look forward to at Brunel University?
Sure. So, I mean, aside from the diversity that I've mentioned, all students also have access to our PDC, our Professional Development Center. They were, I think a few years ago, they were ranked 5th best in the country. And essentially, they are there to support students in their work endeavors. So that could be part-time work while they're studying, full-time work as part of their placement, or post-study work once they've graduated. They support students with applying, CV building, interview techniques, networking opportunities, and many other things around that as well. So any student who is interested in coming to the UK, studying at Brunel, then I'd highly, highly recommend they visit our Professional Development Center. They are based on the first floor in the Bannerman Center, which is the library building. And they're there, like I said, to support students in their work endeavors. So any kind of work-related opportunities that you may be looking for, you'd visit this team and they would be there essentially to support you find work. So yeah, that's something that I'd highly, highly recommend. And we have very, very good networks within industry. So yeah, and our PDC department are kind of the main players or the main team involved in this. So I'd highly, highly recommend all students who start with us, pay them a visit.
Right, and I guess that wraps it up for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Adnan.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Thank you.